Welcome to Storytime, brought to you by the OWSCyCon2019, the online book event of the year.
The sunlight was fading from the windows, replaced by the glow of the streetlights filtering through the lace curtains that had yet to be opened. The silence and stillness was relaxing, and she closed her eyes and tried to be zen like her mother, the religious pre-dawn yogi. Empty mind, no emotions. Nope. Xana sat up with a jolt, slamming the footrest back into the couch's reclining mechanism. It was like going home for Thanksgiving and trying to avoid all the yelling and drama of her parents, sister, brother-in-law, and their little munchkins. All right already. Boxes, prepare to be unpacked. Within half an hour, her clothes were shoved in drawers according to their contents. She'd hesitated then, wondering why socks always went in the top drawer, next to her bright, crazy patterned underwear and bras, when they go in the lowest part of the body. Only moments later, unsettled, she'd retrieved them from the bottom drawer and put them in their rightful place. The potted plant Pen had given her was still alive, amazingly, green and now on the windowsill next to her bed. It was only a matter of time, poor thing. In another contrasting trait to her mother, Xana's thumb was so black it was like an omen. Really, it was amazing the fish made it as long as it did. Her toiletries lined the shower. A new rainbow-striped rug saved her feet from the cold bathroom tiles. A lurid green shower curtain brightened up the room, and the fish was in the toilet. The fish was in the toilet. Xana literally stepped backward into the bathroom again and turned her head to double-check. The fish was in the toilet? Oh, fudge. It was back to haunt her. Why, fish gods, why? What had she done? She'd loved flounder as a child. Finding Nemo was in her small movie collection. She often went for the cucumber roll at the sushi place. Okay, once or twice. Yet there it was, blue and limp and floating. Floating! Like a zombie fish. His sad little eye crying at her, mouth gasping for oxygen. No, that was her overactive imagination. It was still dead. Xana said another hurried prayer, held her breath, and pushed the handle down. Nothing. Not even a gurgle. The toilet refused to eat fish, as well as if saying, "You can't hide your shame. Look at what you did." Don't panic. There was a towel next to her. She'd be fine according to her favorite sci-fi. This wasn't a sign of the end of the world, though she hadn't checked the news for vanishing dolphins. Okay. Xana leaned against the sink, staring at anything but the toilet. Addendum to the adult life plan. 1. Call plumber. 2. Drink bottle of calming wine while waiting. 3. Be more environmentally friendly to save water-inhabiting creatures. And no more goldfish, even if they are non-sentient crackers. 4. Perform sacrificial ceremony for Poseidon, Neptune, Jaws, or whoever she'd pissed off by peeing in the ocean when her parents took her to the beach as a child. 5. Find pet store and adopt as many fish as needed to appease karma and rescind the guilt. 6. More alcohol. Maybe upgrade to vodka. 7. Become stripper as second job to pay for the plumber and booze and school of fish. Yes, that was a good plan. Well, numbers 1, 3, and 5 were, if she could save his, her, its kin from a life of obnoxious kids tapping on tanks, then maybe the fish and Xana could rest in peace. But first, she needed to find the local liquor stores in her new neighborhood. No, she needed something stronger. Time to find that special place Pen always medicated with after a bad breakup. She swore it was like dying and going to heaven. A tea ride later, Xana was passing through the fish market. It, of course, was closed for the day, yet still emanated that tied-out old seaweed smell, regardless of the fresh water being hosed across the sidewalk. Sorry, little Beta. She sped up. Her destination was lit by the glow from a red neon sign, and with the last $5 bill in her wallet, she purchased an underwhelming plain white cardboard box containing the supposed orgasmic delicacy. It dangled from her fingertips with red and white twine that looked like dental floss. Was that for after eating the sugary treat? It was a Pandora's box of pastry. Unable to wait as she trotted back the way she'd come, Xana pulled a corner of the lid up as she walked past couples ambling toward the romantic Italian restaurants and shoved her finger in, scooping up a white glop and popping it on her tongue. Her eyes drifted shut. Damn. Pulling out her phone, she texted Penn. Primo's is amazing. Penn responded instantly, probably avoiding her kid's bedtime. Right? I thought about staying single forever and just filling my mouth with cannoli. Great. Now the phallic shape was going to give Xana indecent visuals of her sister. That might contrastingly prevent her from eating the treat every day and save her waistline. It is delicious, Xana reluctantly agreed. And no line, right? Bassio's is like frickin' bathroom queue at a festival, and it's not even as good. For confirmation, Xana glanced across the street and down at the other neon sign illuminating the tourists lining the block, bundled and shifting from foot to keep warm while they waited for their sugar rush. Yeah, you're the best. Don't you forget it, oh young one. You have much to learn from my wisdom. Xana could picture Penn's triumphant grin. Her older sister was going to hold this validation over her forever. She wouldn't get first pick of the Christmas presents like she normally did as baby of the family. She would have to give up the prime brownie when they baked with Xana's nibblings when she visited, the middle and gooeyest one. She'd have to be the one to shovel the driveway so Dad didn't throw his back out. Not that she didn't already provide that role, having lived at home while Penn lived a flight away. Xana took a step down into the road, thinking of a scathing response, while in reality reluctantly appreciating her elder's recommendation as she licked residual, delectable creaminess from her lip. Forget the condescension. Penn was getting a classy gift this Christmas, and not even homemade. Assuming Xana's job upgrade panned out. She rooted around for another fingerful, and a horn blared. She jumped back up onto the curb, heart hammering as a semi trundled slowly past, barely fitting down the narrow one-way street. City life. Maybe her mom was right about the dangers. She took a deep breath and removed her palm from her pounding heart to reveal a large white handprint on her turquoise chest, like the evidence of a lecherous grope. She groaned. Fantastic. Drawing more attention to her breasts on the subway was definitely a fucking genius idea. It was like a target. Place hand here. On the plus side, it was Penn's shirt that she'd stolen many years ago, so no loss there. Plan update. 1. Try out apartment washing machine. 2. Enroll in self-defense classes before riding the T again. 3. Stick to alcohol next time. The semi was obstructing her route back home, a tire about her height blocking the way before her and a series of red taillights ahead explaining its inconvenient halt. Xana was surrounded by queues. At least taking the metro meant no sitting in traffic. She detoured down a side street, dropping her phone into her cavernous Mary Poppins purse. Trying to wipe the stain from her shirt with one flimsy tissue, unearthed from the bottom of her bag left dandruff-like trails behind, doing very little to mop up her mistake. Maybe it happened because she put the heels back on out of laziness when she left the house. Maybe it happened because the sidewalk was old, uneven cobblestones. Her mother would have pointed out that it happened because she wasn't paying attention to what she was doing. And she'd argue, silently of course, that she had been paying attention to what she was doing, cleaning her shirt, which was precisely why she hadn't focused on her steps. Regardless, Xana stumbled. Not enough to fall, this time, but the distressing result was that the precious bakery box went flying.
This story time was read by Nikki, Hyson, and brought to you in conjunction with the OWSCyCon 2019. OWSCyCon runs from May 17th through May 19th. You can find us at OWSCyCon.OurRightSide.com. Again, OWSCyCon.OurRightSide.com. We have events happening across all genres. If you are a reader, you cannot afford to miss this event. You never know. You may just find your next best read.